How's it going, guys? I'm here to give you my spring 2016 designer list. Now, I gave you guys my niche fragrances that I'm going to be wearing in this season. If you haven't checked out that video, it's going to be in the description down below. But this video is mainly for people who don't want to spend a lot of money and they want to smell terrific. If you're in that ballpark, then this video is for you. Now, the same rules apply as to my other video. These are my fragrances. These are not recommendations necessarily. These are just going to be the fragrances that I'm going to be wearing during this spring season. Now, I do recommend going to your local Nordstrom's or Macy's or wherever you go get your fragrances and asking for a few samples. The people at the counter will be very happy to do that for you. But without further ado, let's get started. Now, I only have about I want to say 5 honorable mentions because these fragrances are just awesome. First, I'm going to start off with Allure Homme Sport. Now, this fragrance I wear in the spring and summertime just because it's just so versatile, right? You get a lot of aldehydes in here. It has like a little cherry vibe to it. If you guys put your nose on it, you know what I'm talking about. This fragrance is a compliment getter. So you're going to get a lot of attention with this. Now, I will say that you can't spray a lot with this fragrance. Why? Because it's just going to fill up a room. It's going to be the type of fragrance that just may rub people the wrong way. So you don't want to spray a lot with that fragrance. So that's going to be Allure Homme Sport. Next is going to be another one from Chanel. And that's going to be Bleu de Chanel. Now, Bleu de Chanel is a great fragrance through and through. Let me focus that for you guys. Sorry about that. Let me focus it. Bring down this. So Bleu de Chanel is a great fragrance. Very versatile. If you know what Bleu de Chanel smells like, you get grapefruit. You get a bergamot, some fresh bergamot in there. It's a great overall fragrance. Now, some people don't like it because they feel that it's generic and it's just not original, and it's not like a Tuscan leather, basically. But my argument is it doesn't need to be that way. It just needs to smell good. It needs to get attention. That's what Bleu de Chanel does. Great option. Go put your nose on that. Now, the EDT versus the EDP. The EDP, in my opinion, is not as good as the EDT. Why? Because the projection on the EDP is actually lessened, even though the fragrance is more fuller on the EDP. So just my opinion on that. That's gonna be Bleu de Chanel. Now, the last 2 honorable mentions is going to be Sauvage. And the reason why I'm suggesting Sauvage is the same reason I'm suggesting Bleu de Chanel. It's very versatile. You're gonna get a lot of compliments on this. Now, this is one of my most compliment fragrances of 2015. I got this in September. I wore it maybe about 10 times, received over 20 compliments. Sauvage is a great fragrance. Again, has the same criticism that Bleu de Chanel has, that it's not versatile, or it's not unique, it's not original, whatever. It gets the job done. Women love it. That's gonna be Sauvage, coming in as an honorable mention. Now, the last one I want to talk about is CH Men. Now, CH Men, great fragrance. You get a lot of a sugar cane. It's like a sugary leather scent, but women absolutely love this fragrance. I actually gave my spare bottle to a friend, and the first night he wore it, he got 7 compliments with it. That's the power of a CH Men in your collection. Not very springish, kind of a fallish fragrance, but it works in the high heat. It's very cheap. Now, this is an older bottle. If you can find an older batch, please get your hands on it. You'll know what I'm talking about, just because it will say that it has genuine leather on the bottle itself. You'll see it on the side of the box. But that's going to be CH Men coming out as an honorable mention. Now, getting into the list itself, let's go ahead and do that for you guys. No, one more honorable mention. That's going to be this bad boy. I almost forgot about this shit. Craziness. This is gonna be Dior Homme Sport. Now, this is gonna be the 2012 version. The 2008 version is okay. It just has a lot more ginger in it. I'm not a fan of that, but this juice right here is just excellent. When you're wearing a tie, you're dressing up for the evening. This is magic, right? Women love this on my skin. I know a couple of other people who praise this, but they basically know what I'm talking about. Wear a tie with this fragrance. Dress it up with like a shirt and tie, maybe a blazer, some slacks, some denim, whatever. A nice pair of raw denim, dude. You're ready to go. See, that's gonna be DR Own Sport coming as an honorable mention. So, finally getting into the list. Our first fragrance is no stranger. You guys know what it is probably already, but that's gonna be L'Odyssée by Issey Miyake. Now, L'Odyssée is a great, just a versatile fragrance. You can wear this in the winter, the summer, the fall, the spring. It really doesn't matter, right? It's gonna get the job done. Now, this is an older batch. This is actually from 2004. I do have a bigger bottle. That's gonna be the new formulation. The older formulation, I'm getting around 8 to 10 hours. The new formulation, four easily. And I had to carry on an atomizer just to keep it going. So if you guys can find an older bottle of L'Odyssée, please do yourself a favor and invest in it. It's a great addition to your wardrobe. Now, I'm not saying that the new version is bad. I'm just saying that the old version gets the job done. It won't cost that much money. Just go on eBay and find an old bottle. That's gonna be number 5, L'Odyssée by the House of Issey Miyake. Coming in at number 4 is actually a newer release. Actually, I'm not gonna use that one. We're gonna use this baby right here. L'Homme. Now, L'Homme is a great fragrance. Just through and through. You get ginger in there. It's a fresh type of scent. The reason why L'Homme is not talked about a lot is because of this. Let me show you guys. It's this fragrance right here that L'Homme is not talked about a lot. Now, that is La Nuit de L'Homme, and that's actually an original bottle from 2009. Now, the reason why L'Homme doesn't get a lot of love is mainly because of La Nuit de L'Homme. It's one of the rare cases where a flanker actually overshadows the original. And that's not, I think this bottle is from 2012, this L'Homme. So it's not, I think L'Homme released in either 2005 or 2006. I think 2006. So I don't have an original bottle of that, but if you get anything from 2012 back, it's gonna smell exactly the same. But L'Homme is a great alternative. It's just a great versatile fragrance to your collection. It gets a lot of compliments. You can wear it in the nighttime, you wear it in the daytime. Now, La Nuit de L'Homme, you can only wear at night, in my opinion. It's not really a great day fragrance, even though you can pull it off in a day and it will get you compliments. To me, they're both necessary. Just get both of them, right? And this can be, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, just get these two. You can wear L'Homme during the day and you can wear La Nuit de L'Homme at night. There you go. So, coming in number 4, that's going to be L'Homme and La Nuit de L'Homme. Coming in at number 2 is no stranger. That's going to be Le Male. Now, Le Male, you get lavender, you get mint, and it's pretty fresh kind of scent. Now, this is an older batch. This is actually from 2004. So if you could actually find a batch from that around that time frame, you're gonna be better off. The projection and the longevity on the new bottles, it's just not good. I get around 5 hours with the new bottles. I get around 10 to 12 hours with this. So if you can find an older bottle of Le Male, please do it. You're not going to be disappointed. That's gonna be Le Male coming in at number 3. Now, coming at number 2 is actually a new fragrance in my collection. I actually got it last summer, but it's a great addition to my collection. And that's going to be Ultra Zest by Dagny Mugler. Now, I have the original Amen, I have Pure Malt, I have Pure Van, and when this came out, people were complaining, they're like, another fucking flanker. And I kind of agree with that assessment because you have B-Men, you have Taste of Fragrance, You have Pure Shot. You have Pure Wood. You even have the newer one coming out, Pure Talk. Basically, there's too many fucking flankers of the original Amen, and I do agree with that. But this fragrance is necessary, right? Because they didn't have one of this kind of fresh fragrance besides Mugler Cologne, which is a great fragrance in itself. But this was needed in the Angelman flanker lineup because they didn't have this. Now, what you get from this is basically a great citrus on top of the original Amen DNA. So you still get the caramel, you still get the patchouli and the base, but up top you get like a really great citrus. It's an orange, right? It's mind blowing how many compliments I've actually received with this. But that's gonna be Ultra Zest coming in at number 2. Now coming in at number 1 is actually another flanker, but in my opinion, this is actually better than the original, and that's gonna be Terre Hermes, the fresh version. Now you can always tell what version of Terre Hermes that you have because the fresh version has a white top. Now, and the original has a black top. That's how you know. This is better than the original. Now, people say that the original is a classic, and I agree. It's a very masculine, modern masculine fragrance. You get that vetiver and a dirty orange. This, to me, isn't as harsh as the original Terre Hermes. Now they're both great fragrances, and if you can go either way, you're gonna get a great fragrance. But to me, my personal taste and my personality, this is a better fragrance. Why? Because it's not as dirty as the original. It still lasts as just as long. I get about 8 to 10 hours with this fragrance. I can't really ask for more from a designer, and I get hella compliments with it. So that's gonna be my number 1 spring fragrance designer for 2016. Please go check this out. You're not going to be disappointed. This is the shit. Not that expensive either. It's about $90. That's how much you're gonna pay for the average designer anyway. So check this out. It's probably gonna be at your Nordstroms or your Macy's. If you're going to go with the original Terre Hermes, get the EDP because it's just rounder to me. The EDT is cool, but because of the reformulations, it's not as good as it used to be. And the EDP kind of smells like the EDT used to be. So that's just my opinion. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments section. You guys know where I'm at. You know my email. You know my Twitter. If you have any questions, hit me up. So you guys have a nice day.